You give any other version of Drake that beat switch on What Did I Miss, he's talking about that lawsuit some type of way. Go back to Gold Roses with Ross. All smiles, Kevin Durant trials, had to blow it on the court. I must have blew a millie. I'm walking on all charges. That's my new Achilles. He would have found a way to flip it in there some type of way. I didn't need the chili pack for your left eye bar. I got too much love for TLC for that. Top of the Top, episode 290, Stash House Podcast. Your boy Tyler checking in. First time listeners, thank y'all for tuning in. If you tune in weekly, salute. Or there's just an episode, saw some topics you may want to hear about, thank you for tuning in as well. Podcast available on all streaming platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Also like this video as well on YouTube. And subscribe to your preferred audio platform. All love is greatly, greatly appreciated. Hope everyone had a safe week, safe weekend. Do the same this upcoming week. 10 episodes away from 300. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the podcast throughout the years. If you're just tuning in this year, this week, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for the support. Keep telling your people to check me out. Keep subscribing. Feedback, comments, all that. Greatly, greatly appreciated. So I'm just sending out positive energy, positive vibes to everybody, love to everybody, peace and blessings to everybody. This past weekend, I kept it low. Of course, 4th of July weekend, people do what they do, barbecue, have time off from work. Mainly, I kept it low. So I just want to send love out to everybody, man. If you're on vacation, stay safe. If you're working, grinding throughout this summer, salute. I'm on the boat with you. Everybody, man, just stay cool. Find you some AC, drink you some plenty of water, man. Just remain calm in this heat the best way you can. But overall, man, enjoy this thing we call life. I know there's no off season. Bills don't stop. We don't get coupons or discount on them bills, but we got to do what we got to do. So I'm just sending out love to everybody, man. Just keep pushing, keep moving forward, and just keep striving. You know what I'm saying? I love to see people just be consistent and whatever it is they decide to do with their life, as long as they, you know what I'm saying, being mindful, getting their money to take care of their family. So shout out to everybody, man. So this week episode, we're going to focus on Drake. Now, this is not a career episode, career spotlight episode like I do. I still need to do one with Drake, but just not this week. But over the weekend, he dropped a new record, What Did I Miss, along with the live stream to go along with it. So I want to start things out talking about that. And then his upcoming album, which seems to be confirmed, the title would be called Iceman, how I think is Drake's most important album. So I want to talk about all that at the end. So sit back, relax, enjoy episode 290, Stash House Podcast. Let's get to it. So like I said, to start things off, we're going to talk about the new Drake record that dropped over the weekend, What Did I Miss? Premiered it Friday night, 4th of July night. Like I said, I kept it low, so I was on Twitter, and I saw somebody say Drake is playing the album on live stream. And I was like, okay, this a Drake thing, a Drake Casanat thing? Because I remember weeks ago when Kendrick had a show in Toronto, Drake and Casanat was supposed to do some type of live stream. So I was like, okay, this it. Went on Instagram, didn't see nothing. Then I went on YouTube and saw Drake YouTube page was live. So I clicked on it. I wasn't doing nothing nowhere. I want to say right when nighttime dropped, because I remember hearing the fireworks go off. And I was like, okay, cool. Tuned in, and I want to say when I tuned in, What Did I Miss was playing or was about to start playing, because when I saw the full upload, it was like an hour, and I was like, I know I didn't watch this for an hour. So What Did I Miss played. He was riding around in a van, it seemed, playing songs, I'm guessing from the album, but the volume wasn't high enough on the songs to where I could really gauge, you know what I'm saying, what was going on. I did see live when somebody called him a bitch on the live stream, and he did the Jamaican London accent. He was like, so what then? So what then? Like, don't be shy now. Like, he did the accent, which was just hilarious to me. But I did see that, and then he got out the van and the live stream ended. So What Did I Miss was the main song that everyone took away from this live stream. And to start things off, it is a good song in my opinion. You take everything off the table, it is a good song. You press play, I don't think you'll find too many people to say this is a bad song. I don't give a fuck if you love me. I don't give a fuck if you like me. Trying to say how does it feel? And like it's a very catchy hook. The raps, the first verse I really enjoyed. And I want to say that because this is the record I think Drake should have came out with after he took a break after Heart Part 6. Because, like, if you remember, Not Like Us came out, and then he dropped Heart Part 6, and the reception of it was, okay, he's throwing the white flag, he's bowing out, and he just would have went ghost mode. Think about it, he would have went ghost mode from, May of last year to the 4th of July weekend of this year, and popped back out with this song. No lawsuit, no other songs you're trying to throw out here and there, no collab with Party Next Door, just a break and this song. That would have been perfect in my opinion. Because you wouldn't hear so many people saying, well, bro, you're contradicting yourself, you're not reading the room right. Because when you get to that second verse, it's like, you give any other version of Drake that beat switch on What Did I Miss, he's talking about that lawsuit some type of way. Go back to Gold Roses with Ross. All smiles, Kevin Durant trials, had to blow it on the court, I must have blew a millie. I'm walking on all charges, that's my new Achilles. He would have found a way to flip it in there some type of way. I didn't need the chili pack for your left eye bar. I got too much love for TLC for that. Crazy, Sexy, Cool. Let's do it again. Come on, man. You can't do that to TLC, man. So the first verse, I really enjoyed. The first verse came out as, okay, obviously I lost. Obviously I still feel a type of way about people switching sides on me. But that beat switch come, think, okay, we cleaned it up. Somehow, some way he needs to find a way to flip the chapter to the next part of his career. That's what I took this beat switch at. 'Cause like I said, I'm watching this live. I'm watching this on YouTube. So in the beat switch, I'm saying, okay, we got the R&B project with Party. You said what you said on this first verse, but to come back on this beat switch, that sounds like a Drake alley-oop in any other era. That beat is the perfect Drake about to rap his ass off type of beat. But coming in, talking about punching people in the face and whoop-de-whoop, like, bro, I don't need the tough guy act right now. I think this moment, this stretch is too important for you to act like a tough guy because everybody's laughing at you now. That's the main thing people are laughing about at you right now. You're not a tough guy. So I don't need the tough guy bars. This would have been a great time to come in on some, took it to court. The court said what's something he could have said? Did the lawsuit. Culture said I turned my back on him. You could have said something to that extent. You just got to be like, you know what I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt and move on. But now it's like, how does Drake do that? I don't need an album full of these type of records. That's another issue. You gave me now what I want to hear. This is the Drake response after everything that happened last year. I don't need nothing else about last year. That's the problem right now. I don't need an album. We let you do it with Scorpion for the most part. Side A of Scorpion after the Pusha T, Kanye West stuff, you did that already. I don't need Iceman to be nothing but responses to last year. So, overall, what did I miss? I do enjoy the song, but it's when you bring everything else into play, it's kind of like, outside of the first verse, I think the first verse still holds. It's that second verse, I'm like, come on, man, we gotta get over it. Unless you've been quiet this whole time. If he was quiet this whole time, and this is the first time we hearing from him, I'm not mad at the second verse. But unfortunately, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? So what did I miss? Like I say, I'm going to keep saying that first part. I don't give a fuck if you love me. I don't give a fuck if you like me. Trying to say how does it feel. I love that part. And that beat switch, man, give this to Nothing Was the Same Drake. That beat switch. Give me that era Drake on that beat switch. Man, he would have just been vulnerable. Yeah, I did the lawsuit, whoop-de-whoop. Yeah, I lost, whoop-de-whoop. and just be on some real deal loner, like I'm by myself now type vibes. Everybody turned their back on me vibes. I wouldn't have been mad. So we did get What Did I Miss over the weekend, and now it seems we're heading into album rollout time for Drake. I would think we're heading into album rollout time with Drake. Shout out to my boy Vontae. He brought up a very, very good narrative. Clips album does drop this weekend. Does Drake do the surprise drop the same time Clips drop their album? Knowing the history with him and Pusha T, him and Pharrell, that would be very intriguing. That would be very intriguing. I don't think it's going to happen because I think this album is too important for Drake to do that. Because one, you're already running the risk of if you do that, drop the same day as Clips drop, Clips might have a better album than you. Because it's not like Drake been all hits, no misses past few years. That's the issue. I don't think he needs to drop when he can be compared to somebody like Clips on the same day. Shit, he probably need to pray and hope he drop on the day nobody else dropping. If Drake dropped the same day, because it seemed like Larry June and Cardo coming back out with something. If Drake dropped the same day as a Larry June Cardo album, he's still in a tough battle, in my opinion. Drake needs to be by himself. Nobody in R&B, nobody in hip-hop, underground hip-hop. He needs just a Friday for himself. Or don't drop it on a Friday. Drop it. You got all these label issues, lawsuit going on. That's why Friday night when I saw that, I said, oh, he playing the album on live? But who knows? But I don't think Drake needs to try to drop at a certain time with another artist. I think we way past them days. So the reason I say I think Iceman is important because, like I said before, you gave us the R&B project with Party, which I still do go back to. I came on here when it dropped and said, yo, out of the 20-something songs, it's a solid 10 I like. I still go back to them 10 songs. They're mostly Party favorite, but I still enjoy them. So you gave us R&B. You tried to throw out songs with Lotto and Sexy Red last year. Nobody really paid attention to. The Nokia song from the album with Party, that's getting some rotation, but it's not like a In My Feelings Drake song or the other one where he had life goes on. I can't remember the name of the song, but it came out the same time In My Feelings came out, I want to say. It's not one of those where, okay, it's like Nokia is like, okay, we throw this in the mix and we're going to keep going. It doesn't have that Drake effect like those Drake summer records used to have that effect. And now you drop this What Did I Miss is, and I say that's the only time I want to hear you speak on the battle and all that. Move on to the next chapter. What is the next chapter? Is it another honestly never mind type vibe? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I think he can still rap, but I think he got to be vulnerable. I think Drake needs to go back to that vulnerable style and I think if he just come out, not to say you got to come out and say, I apologize for the lawsuit. If you really feel like your record label is setting you up for something, go ahead. I think they said like $1 billion on the table with this lawsuit. Go ahead if you feel like that about the record label. But right after you lost the battle and whoop-de-whoop, you got to be, I don't care, man. Come out and say you was on pills or something. I don't know. I don't know. You got to be extra vulnerable, though. That's how I feel. I don't need the tough guy talk. I always respect the bars, but the bars got to be there. I don't need the ABC Drake that people just hyped up because, I need the go back to that Western Road flows. You know what I'm saying? The what's that shit I listened to over the weekend? Not the Toronto timestamp. What's that shit I listened to over the weekend? I was like, yeah. Bros in his real Lose You from More Life. That Lose You bad. Like, I'm intrigued to see how it goes moving forward. I'm intrigued to see how this album rollout goes. The overall reception, it just seems like people don't know really where to stand. It's like, it's a good song. He's rapping about how he feel, but it's a lot going on behind the scenes that is like, bro, you still own this right now? Come on. They saying it was a shot at LeBron saying, bro, been dick riding since headlines, but now they're saying DeMar DeRozan. Who cares? Why is he shooting at NBA players, bro? Who cares about that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what. I'm intrigued to see how Iceman goes, and I do think it's a very, very important album for Drake's career. So all in all, I'm intrigued to see how this rollout for Iceman go. There's at the time I'm recording, there's no confirmed date for it, so we'll get to it when we get to it. Coming up on the podcast in the next few weeks, I don't normally do this, but I know in early August, because that's my birthday time, I probably take about 2 weeks off. So for the rest of the month, I know next week is Clip's album, and whatever else I feel like I need to discuss, I will. But for right now, it seems as if we got Clip's album next week. The week after that, I think I'm going to do the mid-year special, because I was waiting on Clip's album to drop before I did the mid-year special. And I think after that, SummerSlam coming up, so I get to talk about everything going on in the wrestling world as well to end out the month. So that's just a quick, things to come for the rest of the month. And like I said, TikTok, other forms of content, I'll get the ball rolling on those as well. So once again, thank y'all for tuning in. This has been episode 290 of Stash House Podcast. Make sure you guys go out, have a great work week, a great school week. Be safe, be mindful of your surroundings. Stay prayed up. Keep you some money in your pocket. Drink plenty of water. Eat plenty of fruit. Use deodorant. You know what I'm saying? Find you some AC as much as you can. Keep me in your prayers. I do the same for y'all. Salute.